4, 3, 2, 1. Good evening. How is everyone doing this evening? 2, 1. Let me go up and say hello to everyone. Cats do not, hello. Zena, hello. Crow at the SOL, hello. Gibby Lanes, hello. Or Fandad, hello if you're still here. Autumn, hello. Hello, hello. Let me just share this amongst the social media sites. How's everybody doing today? We are going to be heading down the drunken tail in lieu of St. Patrick's Day, which is actually on Sunday instead of next Monday. So I thought, why not? I tried to find a few leprechaun horror stories and some drunken horror stories. They kind of go hand in hand. So, yeah. Hey, Tara. Hello. Hello, hello. So it's you guys' call. I'm going to wait until about 8:10 to start reading. But we can either start with the drunk stories or the scary leprechaun stories, which, again, is debatable on whether or not they're scary. Hello, Evil Satyr. Hello. If you're just joining us, we'll start at 8:10 just to let people come into the stream. We're going to be doing drunken stories and leprechaun stories, scary leprechaun stories, supposedly. That's always debatable on what people find scary. Anna Richardson, hello. Hello. Horror Fan Dad, I did say hello to you, but you weren't back in here yet, I don't think. So, hello. My cat will eat your squirrels. I think I did see a question up there. I posted a Ask Me Anything on the Ask app, and I got 0 questions. The only question I saw was from Zena Ray, which says, how did you come up with your name? I know Elvira is the mistress of the dark. So before I did this, I was listening to all the scary stories. And besides Be Busta, it kind of seemed like everybody had an associate. And Lazy Masquerade didn't either, I guess. Neither did Unit. I don't know. Maybe that's why I chose something that didn't have the word creepy in the title because it seemed like a lot of people did. I wanted something that was unique and that no one else had that was a female. So that's where that came in. You want to hear something scary. So we can start with the leprechaun stories. And then we'll ease into the funny hilariousness. And again, that's not until 8:10. And scary is, I think, within the ears of the beholder because yeah, I don't know what people find actually scary, you know? It's perfect for you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I was going to check the Ask app to see if I actually got any questions, but I did not. I thought that was sad. I thought someone would have the balls to ask me something anonymously. But no. That's all right. That's funny. I'm finally today was a good day. It was sunny. Everything was going good. So the upswing, knock on wood that it stays that way. I would have asked you could still ask questions, but I just thought that people would be a little more hello, Dubco. thought people would be a little more ballsy if they could be anonymous, but you can ask any questions anytime. I like to do an entire Q&A thing. There's a lot to me. I'm like an onion. I've got layers. Vidith. Hello, Vidith. Wow. Hello. Long time no see. You're on my list of many people I haven't watched in forever that I need to get to because I'm way behind. Way behind. It was warm. It was 35 here, but I'm telling you, that felt like a heat wave today. It was, I mean, people had their windows down. I'm not even joking you. Yeah. We're going to start at like 8:10. I'm letting people come into the stream. Giving them just a moment here. Just a moment. We're going to read leprechaun stories. I tried to find St. Patrick's Day horror stories for tonight, but that proved to be a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. And then after that, we've got drunken stories. I've got plenty of those from my younger days. Embarrassing? Yes. Hilarious? Yes, and partially debatable on the hilarious part. I'll tell the Whopper story when we tell the drunk stories. I mean, it's not even that funny. It's just like, it's the end of a story. It's like there's a group of people that I worked with, and like we worked a 40-hour work week, but in like Monday through Thursday. So every Thursday was our Friday. So we'd all go out to get a few drinks, which I'm kind of a lightweight when it comes to drinks. So like a couple drinks is like I'm plowed. So I go to Burger King, well, like I usually did, and went home, except for what I did was turn on my TV, lay down in my bed, and I went to Burger King and gotten like a Whopper Junior and fries and a drink. And at the time I had a water bed. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. But I loved it because it was like a giant heating pad, which if you're someone who gets cold when you sleep, you'd love it too. But anyway, I had fallen asleep mid-eating this Whopper and woke up to one bun stuck to my thigh and the patty stuck to my face, and the pop was completely upright and not spilled on my mattress. So I literally had just fallen asleep eating a Whopper Junior. Hey, Schweister. Hey. Onyx, hello. Smoky Mountain Reads, hello. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. If I didn't say hello to you yet, I'm very sorry. But if you were in here early and just came back, I already did say hello to you. You just missed it. I worked at a waterbed store a very long time ago. Yeah, like, what do we got? First up is scary leprechaun stories. And I use that word very loosely because, as you know, when we read these, it's always debatable on whether or not they're actually scary. And then after that, we're going to dive into drunken stories. Some awesomeness and squirrels. I really need to make some merch that says Squirrel Squad on it, because I think that's more appropriate. Squirrel Squad and like a little squirrel that's got blood dripping from its mouth. I don't know. It sounds funny in my head. Hello, Element. Hello. All right, 15 are in here. I'm just waiting until 8:10 for everybody to come into the stream. Hello. If you're just joining us, you would buy that. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. We've got scary leprechaun stories, and then after that, drunken stories, all in lieu of St. Patrick's Day. I already told him the Whopper story, but you walked out of the room. My husband always thinks it's hilarious when he hears about all the stupid stuff I did when I was younger, before I met him. Everyone else, like before him, was like, didn't want to hear about that stuff. They didn't like that, but he just like, it's hilarious. It's Squirrel Squad because I'm easily distracted by shiny things and random thoughts that pop into my head. I like pickles. You know, it's when I was younger, well, not even that much younger because it just came out with pickle chips. I bought pickle chips, by the way. I'm telling my husband that. I did ask you a question. You did? What was your question? Logan, hello. No, it's Sunday is St. Patrick's Day actually. But I don't normally stream on St. Patrick's Day, so I thought I would do it today. But when I was younger, I used to I'd get a pickle and some chips, and then I'd put pickle juice on my plate so I could dip my chips in it. Hello, Elena. I bought Cuban chips. What are those like? Are they super spicy? What do you think of the new Scary Stories movie coming out? What is it? That movie looks super cheese. Who asked me a question? Horror fan dad. I'm gonna have to go up and see what you said. I don't see it. I didn't see it. Oh, what is your favorite all-time scary movie? I mean, cheesy scary movie. I'd have to go with Shaun of the Dead. But there's a couple that scare the shit on me when I watch them. And it was because it was the time of my life when I watched it. Like I lived in the country by myself, and it was in the middle of winter. And when it was me and my daughter in a house in the middle of winter, and we lived in the country, so behind us were tons of fields. On each side of us, huge field. Across the street, fields. So I pop in 30 Days of Night by myself in the middle of winter at night. Yeah, it was difficult to go to sleep. I enjoy that one. I don't know if it's that scary to me anymore. Man, I don't know if I could pick just one. I don't know if I could pick just one. That's sad, isn't it? Damn, Gypsy. Hello. All right, I think we can start now. 16 are here. If you just joined us, we are going to be starting Leprechaun stories. And again, bear with me as you will experience these at the same time I do. And then after that, we're going to dive into drunk stories, which are always and always debatable, hilarious. They're hilarious to me because, oh, I'll tell a couple of mine when we get to those, but let's just see. Oh, hello, Mr. Dark. Yeah, he's over listening to me. He wants me to tell those stories. He thinks it's hilarious when I make fun of myself. Oh my goodness. Let's see. All right, this first one is kind of long, but I'll come back in between paragraphs and gauge your interest level. All right. So this first one is called Leprechauns, Spawn of Satan, a scary St. Patty's Day story. So it is, it looks like it's about a page long, but I'll stop in between paragraphs to see what your interest level is. And if you guys aren't loving it, we'll go to the next one. All right. Sound good? Is it a thumbs up? Are you guys ready to go? Are you ready to rock and roll? I don't think twice Dee Dee wants to answer my question. I posted it twice. What is it? One what? Smoky Mountain Reeds. Let me go back and see. Football master. Do you like bald guys? Well, lucky you, I do. Smoky Mountain Reeds. Where is your question? What are your thoughts on lounge pants? I think those are the only pants that should exist on the planet. Hello. Yeah. And lounge pants is that pajama pants? You can rate them if you want. Yeah. Getting caught in the rain. Do you have pina coladas? I sounded like, what's that guy on Family Guy? Do you like pina coladas? I got a bunch of pina colada pops in my freezer. All I saw was, are you posting today? That's the only thing I saw from you, Tara. Yeah, okay, let's start with this one. Herbert. Hello for Redwall. Hello. We love to quote movies in this house, and we do lots of impersonations. That's how we get along with our taste, y'all. Okay. All right. Living on site at a store. This is called, as I just said, Leprechauns, Spawn of Satan, a scary St. Patty's Day story. Living on site at a storage facility is much different than living in a house or apartment complex. Our apartment connects to the storage facility by a long, dark, cold hallway by a door in our laundry area. Every night I have to walk past this doorway to get to my bedroom. When my husband Philip and I go to bed at the same time, I don't notice it. But when he goes to sleep before me and the house is dark and quiet, a quiet terror grips me as I quickly patter down the hallway to my bedroom, and the doorway to the storage facility feels ominous. There's a small peephole in the door, and sometimes I imagine looking through it at night, only to see something or someone in the hallway on the other side. One night last year, around this time of year actually, the days leading up to St. Patrick's Day, weird things began to happen. At first, we didn't notice anything strange because customers are in and out of the facility all day long, and sometimes people do weird things, like pee in hallways. Yeah, people are awesome. Anyway, at first, it was just things like my garden decorations going missing and then reappearing broken, a small pile of leaves being left in front of my husband's office door, a pair of shoes on top of our car one morning. We figured it was either a disgruntled storage unit customer or a drunken person walking home from the bar around the corner. But when things started to get weirder, oh no, but things started to get weirder. We awoke one morning with the bedroom windows open when we didn't remember opening them the night before. One night at 3 a.m., our bedroom lights began wildly turning on and off, waking us up, then stopped just as quickly as it began. That morning, the bathroom mirror, not window, was shattered, and in the living room, all of the furniture was stacked into a big pile, with the coffee table impossibly balancing on the top of it, all threatening to fall at a moment's notice. Okay, so we're halfway through. What do you guys think? You want me to keep going? I'm gonna keep going because I don't see anybody dismayed with it. So the night before St. Patrick's Day, I didn't want to stay home. Philip had to work the next day though, so we had to stay. We were both on edge at this point from the events of the previous days and nights, and we were constantly snapping at each other from the lack of sleep. Thankfully, I had school and was able to get away for a few hours, but I dreaded going home. I just had this feeling something awful was going to happen. When I got home, Philip was in his office. I went inside to see how he was doing, and he seemed stressed. It was a busy day at work, he had said, but he was almost about to close and would be inside soon. As soon as I walked through the front door, I felt like someone was watching me. I also noticed that it was impossibly, absolutely freezing inside, even though it had been a sunny day out. I checked the windows to see if they were inexplicably open again, but they were closed. I walked down the hall toward the bedroom and found the source of the cold. The door connecting to our apartment to the facility was wide open, and a draft was coming in from the dark hallway. I closed the door, frightened it had come open again, because we always kept it locked. After Philip got in from his office, things began to get even weirder. Philip was just as shocked as I was to learn that the door in the laundry area was open when I came home. But he had some news for me, too. While I was gone at school, apparently the power had been going on and off all day long, despite perfect weather. In his office, a TV screen showing a feed of the security cameras, and Philip said he'd seen people walking around the facility who never came through the front gate, and when he went back to see who they were, there was no one there. As he was telling me this, all the strange things that had happened to him that day, the door to the facility hallway slammed open. We slowly approached the door to see who had opened it, but no one was there. Suddenly, the cupboards in the kitchen began opening and slamming shut. Philip locked the door to the hallway again as I ran to the kitchen. When I came around the corner from the hall, the cupboard stopped slamming. Philip came up from behind me, the house eerily quiet. It was then that we began to hear loud, maniacal laughter echoing throughout the house. It sounded like it was coming from all sides with no determinable source. It grew louder and louder until we had to cover our ears to block out the sound. We went outside to escape it, which seemed to work. When we went back inside, the door was somehow locked. Beyond frustrated at this point, we pounded on the door and shook the handle with no luck. Finally, we got inside, though we would later regret going back in. There, standing on the table, were 3 leprechauns, dressed in dark robes with long beards and glowing red eyes that hurt to look at. Their noses were long and gnarled, their nails were thick and black, and the biggest of the 3 had a large stick in its hand, which I figured it was its shillelagh, the mythical staff of leprechauns used for fighting. He pointed it right at us, and all 3 leprechauns began chanting in a strange language. As they chanted, their voices got louder, and they climbed off the dining table and walked toward us. We tried to move, but we were frozen in our tracks, our feet refusing to budge from their places on the floor. The power abruptly went out, and the only light source was the glowing red eyes of the leprechauns. They inched closer and closer, so close I could almost reach out and touch the scary-looking leprechaun stick. Then the lights came back on, and they were gone. We haven't seen them since. We don't even know why they came. But sometimes at night you can hear footsteps in the hallways of the facility. I try not to think too much about them, and I never go to bed after Philip now. I just can't walk by that doorway alone at night anymore. I was worried something might happen again this year. But so far, so good. No weird pranks, no strange electrical activity, no mystery people on Philip's security camera. As St. Patrick's Day nears, I'm trying not to think about those leprechauns and all, this says jerk leprechauns, and all the hazard they caused last year. Then again, now that I think about it, I haven't seen a few of my lawn ornaments in a few days. Oh, come on. I was with them until she said something about the 3 leprechauns on the table. Where's me gold shilling? Reminds me of the leprechaun from WWE. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wonder what 3 from hell is going to be like. I don't know. I have a pot of gold. Are these true stories? I don't know. I felt like it was a true story until the fact that the leprechauns were standing on the table. Oh boy. Oh god. I don't know. I thought it was good until then. So, I don't know. Let's see what this one is. That was the longest one that I had there. So, these are that's what she said. That's what my husband just said on the other side of the room. Awesome. Thank you, honey. Very good contribution to the conversation there. All right. These are scary Irish legends for spooky St. Patrick's Day. We'll be the judges of that. Smart asses. Okay. This is the Dublicon. Often pronounced Dullahan in English. This headless rider for tales of death. He carries his phosphorescent head under his arm that glows with a wicked, sickly smile. And he's able to use his head as a lantern to light the countryside and find the home of the dying. In some legends, he actively seeks out victims, but in most, he just plays the part as an omen. Not one to be watched working. If he sees you looking at him, he will throw a bucket of blood on you, marking you, or he might blind you in one eye. Like, are all these legends from 1817? Here's your gold. It's true that these are stories. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Even if it says true, you never know. There's some where you can just tell that they're true, but then there's other ones. So these are just this one's called the Banshee. So we all know, and I have on multiple occasions accused family members of screeching like a banshee across the board city or Seed he. is the word for fairies, so you will see in a lot of Irish legends. Fairies can come in good or bad flavors, so this one being the latter. Another bad omen if this fairy woman is known for her eerie and ear-splitting scream. It is said that if a banshee's scream is heard 3 times, someone will die. She is portrayed as both old hag and a beautiful woman, sometimes known to hang around the Dullahan to do their work together. I don't know, are these lame? Should I go on with the band the folk tales or urban legends of St. Patrick's Day? Ernest scared stupid. I'll wait to see what you guys say on that one. Think our own family isn't depression or fighting. Oh no. They can come whenever the hell they feel like it. That's the point. The Morrigan. The Morrigan is a trinity of sisters that come together to make a great queen and foretells of fate and war. The team differs from legend to legend, but most say the Morrigan made of the bobbed matcha and Nimane. With their hands in war, they're often linked to Viking and Norse mythology. Babbed can also take the form of a crow. Crows are often seen as bad omens as well. They are also the antagonists of the novel A Dirty Job by Christopher Moore. I don't know. I think we might skip these ones too. Lame. Banshees are creepy. I did do scary movie reviews. They got terrible, terrible views. Do you remember that in October when I did that all month long? Hey, business. Hey. Yes, things are on the upswing. Knock on wood, cross your fingers, and all that jazz. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to skip these because these suck. See, it's like scary is in the eye of the ear of the beholder. My mother-in-law is a bad omen. That's what Jam Gypsy said, not me. All right. You know, you don't even have to tell me you have a question. Just ask it, and then if I don't answer it, it's because I didn't see it. 30 Days of Halloween. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I did that. It was very okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do that again. Oh my goodness. So this is something I found where it says something about Leprechaun 3 generations. When I was about 8 or 9, I was in bed. Actually, my sister's bed. We shared a room and had bunk beds. I usually slept on the bottom bunk, but for whatever reason, I was sleeping on the top bunk with her. Anyways, I woke up. I was not sleeping. I was very much awake. I look over and there's a little man standing in the corner just in front of the open closet. He was pointing and laughing, but making no sound, just standing there laughing and pointing. I was terrified and frozen in fear. He threw stuffed animals at my sister and just kept laughing, but again, absolute silence. I just lay there frozen in fear. I believe I pulled the covers over my head and just lay there awake until morning. As soon as I got up the courage to get out of bed, I ran and told my mom what had happened. I kept pleading with her to understand that it was not a dream or a nightmare. I was very much awake. My mom froze and went a little pale, but was trying to play calm and brush it off, assuring me it must have been a nightmare. Years later, the subject came up, and my mom told me that she got freaked out because she had the same experience when she was a kid. Every detail of the little man, who was very leprechaun-like, was the same. She had apparently went to her mother to tell her about the experience, told her mom about her own experience, and come to find out that my grandmother saw the very same little man and had the same details of what he looked like. We all said we experienced the same thing, laughing with no noise. It was so strange that we all experienced this and saw the same little man. I tried to pinpoint similar details between the three of us, but the only thing we had in common was that we're female. We're different ages, living in different areas, in the middle of child, and so is my grandmother, but my mom is the youngest. So it's just odd. I have 3 boys now, and I'm very curious if someday they'll wake up to tell me about the little man who scared the living hell out of them in the middle of the night. I don't know, that wasn't too bad. It wasn't scary. Milady. That's funny. Where Gilbert isn't flooding. Leprechauns like bunk beds. Hmm. Top of the morning to you, laddie. Hello, governor. But that's not really Irish, is it? All right, so we're gonna there was another one, but I don't even think these are. It's really hard to find leprechaun stories. I was really surprised. Oh, all right. Well, here's one. We'll read this one and see how it is. After that, it's going to be drunken stories. So I don't know. Or I can find non-human entities. I wasn't scared. Yeah, I've been told I have many skills. Cat's eye. I'm just randomly reading the chat. Gibby Lanes. Okay. All right. This one says, "Hi, my name is Georgie, and I'm from England. I'm now 19 and have since moved house, and this happened to me when I was 14 before we moved. The house was quite big and Victorian style, but was always quite freaky. I always hated it at night because I always felt as if something was in my room, but I would just put my head under the cover and wait till I fell asleep. This particular night, I went to bed, did my usual routine, fell asleep. I woke up in the middle of the night and I sat up, and in front of my bed was my dressing table. And on top of my dressing table, there was a tiny person sitting there. Green. I know it sounds silly, little like a leprechaun. I looked at it, he looked back at me, and when I realized what it was, I started screaming. And the more I screamed, the more it laughed at me. My mom came running down into my room, and it looked at her. She turned the light on, and he disappeared. I haven't seen it since. I don't know why it was there. It sounds so unreal, and everyone I tell thinks I was dreaming. But I know I wasn't. It was weird. I just couldn't take my eyes off it. I was so scared but couldn't look away. I don't know. That's it. There. Wow. Boo. Squirrel Mail. Okay. That movie scared me. Cat's Eye? Is that like a super old movie? Cat's Eye? It sounds familiar. Do some neckbeard stories? Oh, let's see if I can find some. Scary neckbeard stories. Let's see. Sounds good. I'm always up for something new. See if I can find some. Neckbeard. Is that for like deep hillbilly stories? Is that what that is? There's redneck or let's see. 23 formerly butthurt nice guys talk about the moment. Okay, never mind. Neckbeard cringe. 28 cringe inducing moments, the ultimate fedora tipping neckbeard. Isn't neckbeard just another word for like hillbilly? But like these are like 15 neckbeards attempt to flirt and it'll make you cringe. Hell Freezer, he does those. Neckbeards, the troll under the bridge. All I hear when you say cat's eye is that pest control commercial. Duncan Hines cakes are moist and delicious. Everyone used to say that too. Used to get chills, like goosebumps. It's probably sounds different, but it's the D&D. Oh, Dungeons and Dragon type. Oh, will count whatever you throw at their feet. Oh, fail, brain fail. Neckbeard's pretentious guy who was borderline insult and nice guy. Everything I'm seeing here is like, okay, so let's read these. These will ease us into the drunken stories. So this starts out saying some advice for anyone who thinks I'm a gentleman. is really a sexy opener. Remember how to throw in that you have an impressive sword collection and that your mom's basement has a waterbed. Oh my God, I just told the story about a waterbed. Also, talk about that one time you drank a 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew and couldn't get to sleep until at least 11:30 p.m. I wouldn't go to bed all night long if I drank a thing of Mountain Dew. Also, don't follow any of this advice. This first one says, it's like a chat conversation, and it goes, I can't tell. Okay, it just says, first person says, "Oh, I adore your name and your nerdy persona and you open fun mind. I henceforth deem you rad. No, radtastic." The other person says, "LOL, thanks. Hope it's not too open or my brain will fall out." And the other person says, "That sounds like a horrible way to end a Friday, milady." And then she says, "Yeah, it does. Did you just say milady?" And he says, "Sure as shit did. I'm surprisingly a gentleman, huh?" I know that's not the most popular Tinder word, but I'm going with it. I'm also known to drop rascal and dag nabbit at times. Oh boy. I am glad I don't have to date anymore. Although I would have a lot of fun ragging on these people. Oh no. You would have a hard life after me, laddie. Number 2 says, "Don't get me wrong, sex is great, but I would rather spend the night learning everything about you and hearing every story you have. To me, that's far more intimate." So these are like the guys trying to hit on the ladies, right? I don't know how do you guys like the first one so far? Whether in school or at work, you may have encountered a neckbeard or a guy with a neckbeard tendencies. Kind of sounds like a guy that seems he's superior and mansplains everything. Redtastic. Who is talking? Mr. Boombastic. Totally fantastic. Romantic. Sorry. uh, 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 uh. Mr. Boombastic. Totally fantastic. I just saw that in my head when I read that. Let's see. Let me see. I don't know if I missed anybody. Oh God, that movie grossed me out. Um, nailed it. Free for all. Neckbeard is pretend. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to this. This was pretty funny. This guy says, "You're a perfect mixture of sexy and cute, and that makes me want to hold you down and slap your ass in bed, but also kiss you and cuddle the hell out of you. You really are bad at holding a conversation. Feminism is a plague to society." That's what he ended up saying when she never responded to him. I'm glad to see that the majority of you know that that's not how you talk to people. Number 4 says, it starts out, Julio. Julio throws Pokeball at you. Sarah, well, hopefully you miss because that would hurt, LOL. Julio, sorry, just trying to catch the prettiest girl, LOL. Sarah, oh. Julio, yeah, looks at ground. Aw, that's just kind of sad. He wasn't even rude. He just didn't know how to say hi. Just say hi. It's really easy. Just, hey, hi. He's got game. Killer Clowns from Outer Space was funny. Yes. Let's see. Oh no, it's another milady. Jared says, "Evening, milady," or morning rather. Ahem. I am speaking to you, thought. Because she never responded to him. Wow, she didn't want to talk to you, douche. Dummy. Just because you talk to someone does not mean they need to respond to you. That is a common thing you learn in kindergarten, isn't it? I'm not sure what the mentality is here. Oh no, it's another milady. So whoever said milady in the chat was totally right. They seem to use this a lot. This guy says, "Pardon me, milady, but I was curious as to what you look like under those tasteful fabrics you are wearing. Perhaps you would do me the honor of removing them and photographing your flesh so I can gaze upon your beauty." And the girl says, "Oh my God, I'm putting this on Reddit." And now it's on YouTube. Oh my God. Hey, Roger. Hey. My dad's name is Danny, and when the nurse asked is to like fill out the birth certificate, and he put down Danny, she said, "You can't name him Danny. It has to be Daniel." He said, "He's my son. I can name him shit if I want to." I don't know if I ever told you that one, honey, but yeah, yeah. Oh my God. All right. Milady. I'm putting this on Reddit. That's the best response ever. This girl just like changed her profile picture. This guy says, attractive. I'm appealed by a Homo sapien of the female gender possessing XX chromosomes and eyes which seem to suck me in, somewhat like a portal. Please, ma'am, what is your name? I mean, her name was on her profile, too. Unavailable. That's what her name is. Oh, shit. Wow. Are these neckbeards are guys that are like really into Renaissance Festival then? I'm so glad. You shut up, evil satyr. We're reading about neckbeards, so careful there, and don't say you've returned, my lady, because it seems like these neckbeards really, really do use that word a lot. Oh boy. I watch Scary Story. Oh my God. This next one. This guy, the name is scribbled out along the picture, says, "Pleased to meet you, madam," bows down, but raise one eye up to you. "I am Sir Joseph," snickers deviously. "Your knight in shining armor." Oh my God, how could anyone read this without busting out laughing? "What do you say?" What? I know, that sounds good. A snicker sounds good. "What do you say to such gallantry, man? Have at you." Extends hand to you like Naruto does to girls in the anime. Who is teaching these guys that this is how you talk to women? And the lady responded with, "I'm living in hell." I'm living in hell. I feel so bad for people trying to date right now and this time. Oh God, don't. My husband is going to talk to me like this for 2 weeks now. Right. Just thank you everyone who suggested the neckbeard stories. Thank you, my lady. Oh my. No, my lady is gonna go pull her hair out. Oh my God. No, I'll burn it. This next one. This is number 9 out of 15. So my BF is out with friends tonight. So the house is all mine. And then the guy starts saying, "Haha, I'm sure that's fun, but I don't think I would ever leave if you were around. Just checking." And this is his next message. "Just checking, but I really hope he has enough time for you." Next message. "Guess he's back. Well, glad he's home now." Because she's not responding to him. Oh boy. Oh God. This one might be the worst one. This guy says, "Funny thing, the cold air. Most guys shrink up, but not me." The lady says, "That's good to know." He says, "Ha ha, I like the sarcasm. I'm not a perv, just FYI, just a very open person." Lasai, the trials and tribulations of a deep thinker. What? These people literally feel like they're brilliant when they say this shit. You sound like a dick. Just want to let you know you sound like a dumb dick if you talk to people like this. And this is where guys are going to click out of the chat that talk to women like this, and that's just fucking fine. All right, so this next one is a. Shut up. I don't like to shave, so I think the neckbeard is the mentality. Hello, turbid H2O. I think the neckbeard is not an appearance, but more of a mentality towards Lasai. Yeah, it's a lifestyle, really. So this next one is a picture of a girl, and then below it, like 8 people like this, and this guy says, You look kind of like Fluttershy, LOL, in a sexy way. Okay. Oh no. This guy put his whole huge face on here. Can you please take off all your clothes? I want to see how angels hide their wings. Huge picture of his face. Wow. Dumb. And the lady didn't even scratch it out. Oh, oh my God. These are funny. It's not deep thinking to talk 200 centuries behind. Holy shit, a raccoon is right next to me. Is he hot? Oh my God. We were reading leprechaun stories, but they sucked. And now we're on neckbeard stories, and then we're moving into drunken stories in lieu of St. Patrick's Day, milady. I might start saying milady now. I'm gonna have to glue some hair on my neck. My Little Pony. How's that a compliment? How are any of these compliments? This next one is a picture of some girl. And this guy says, oh no. She says, it was an honor spending the weekend in a room full of people who are used to being alone all day. And this guy says, ha ha, LOL. The fedora. I would love to do wife things for you. Drive you to work, balance your checkbook, take out the trash, return your phone calls, things of that nature. You are perfect. I don't know. That wasn't that bad, but it's weird to say someone you don't know. Oh no. This next one, I see pictures and I don't know what's going to happen. I will. Neckbearding it out. Neckbeard talk is fun. Why, Gil? This next guy says, attention, Facebook friends. These two beautiful young women are two very important people in my life. They mean a lot to me. If you are lucky enough to call one of these ladies your girlfriend and break their heart, I will open the heavens and make it my mission to destroy you and all you care about. My name is Thor. Test me if you dare. Okay. I thought that was kind of sweet, though, actually, so it wasn't I didn't think that was cringe. This next one might be, though. Let's see. This is 15. But I can find more if you guys like these. So Ashley says, when you get that feeling, dumbass Seabass says, you want sexual healing? Ashley says, no, thank you. And he says, okay, then. Sounded like the song. Figured I'd continue it. Smiley face. That wasn't that bad. Some of them were really weird. Like, I didn't know people. Ooh, neckbeards make themselves look infinitely stupid. Yes. That feels like a yes, and I don't even know. Cringe is the best part. Title alone gives me pause. Hell greaser. We're doing the neckbeard challenge, but just everyone glue hair to your neck and then take a picture and send it in to me. That'd be hilarious. Neckbeard. No, 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 neckbeard. You don't need glue. Did you just shave it all off yesterday? My husband's like an animal. He's so hairy. I keep the hairs for my lady. Okay, let's see what this one says. Nothing says rebellious more than made up automated Facebook messages. Okay, never mind. We're going to skip that one. It was too long. That one was dumb. I don't know. Too smart for music. That was stupid. I'm not even going to waste any of our time with that. Cringetopia on Reddit. Let's dive into it, shall we? We'll see how everyone's gauging this. Oh, God. Hello, Khalees digs herself out of the pile of nuts. Sorry, the squirrel's here now. Well, my phone cut me some slack. I know. Every time I'm on my phone, I always typo. And it's the worst when it's on Twitter because you can never go back and edit it. You have to delete the tweet or just live with the fact that you didn't check it before you push tweet. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, no. We're going to skip that. It's too hard to go through the, oh my God. The ultimate fedora tipping neckbeards. 28 cringeworthy. Oh, shit. Let's dive in. Is that Siwi? Siwi? I watch way too much YouTube daily. I'm obsessed with haircut videos. Like, I can go to sleep to those. Haircut videos, art videos, reading videos. I've never been a fan of the pranks. Like, my stepson loves the prank videos. So much so that he'll watch the same one 50 times. It will be like, haven't we all seen this before? 50 times? Yeah. But I love me some Shane Dawson and Amelia Fart. Who's the newest one I've been watching? I just don't know that. Oh, there's this channel called SimGM Productions, and they do these series, and I don't know if you've seen them, but they are hilarious. As you know, we like to make fun of the Kardashians in our house. And what are the odds of the Kardashians ever listening to this? Probably zero. But they have this series on there called the Kardashians, where they make fun of Kim, Chloe, and Courtney, specifically the three of them, but the whole family really. But the three of them are always in their little skits, and they're so funny. Oh my God. You should check out Draw. I do. I watched Draw with Jezza. Yeah. Yes. Amelia. All right. This is. Ooh, dun dun dun. 28 cringe inducing moments. The ultimate fedora tipping neckbeard edition. Awesome. I'm sorry that I opened your car door and pull out your chair like I was raised. I'm sorry that I'm always the one you need to talk to, but never good enough to date. I'm sorry that I thought sex can wait till after marriage, and then you went out and got pregnant. I'm sorry that I always held your hair back when you threw up and didn't get mad at you for puking in my car, but when we went out and you went home with another guy, I'm sorry for not being sorry anymore. And I'm sorry that you cannot accept me for who I am. Because it sounds like you're not really her friend. It sounds like you're just constantly trying to fuck her and she's constantly saying no. Yeah, that's not really a friend, dude. Yeah. Yikes. By the way, it was a picture of a guy in a fedora with quotes on himself. And the next one is also a guy in a fedora, and it says, in this moment, I am euphoric. Not because any phony God's blessing, but because I am enlightened by my intelligence. And then he put his name under it as if it's like, Aristotle, Socrates, Einstein, A. Lewis. That's this guy's name. Wow. Oh no. This guy is a guy in a fedora in his living room with a trench coat on and a sword. Oh God. Should I be showing you guys the photos too? Or oh God. Um Worse, you are poor examples of men. Men, good men, defend women. They do not attack them. To which end? To defend the honor of Anita Sarkeesian. I can't even read that. Zoe Quinn, Leigh Alexander, or yes, Anna Anthropy. I'll be willing to meet any of you on horse or afoot, or a pistol at time and place of your choosing. Greg Kostikian, Gama Sutra. No offense, dude, but you need to run a vacuum over your living room carpet before you try and get anybody's honor. The next one says, it's so hard to be an alpha male these days. While he leans his head against with his neckbeard. Aww. Aww. Are they wearing fingerless gloves? All right, let me go back to the thing and I'll show you guys. Hiya! Hold on a second. Man, I almost stopped the broadcast because I pushed the button. Oh, God. That would have been bad. That would have been so bad. We'll do entire screen. Okay. You're gonna see a screenception for just a moment, and then it will be this. I'm gonna make sure you guys are seeing this. Are you guys seeing this? I have no way of knowing if you're actually seeing this or not. Let me see if it. Yeah, I don't see you guys seeing this. Yeah, I'm trying to show you the picture. I don't know why I didn't share it. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I thought I pressed it, but I didn't. I'm so sorry, you guys. Why not? His neckbeard is here to defend your honor. I don't want to. What's that? Cat tails on the wall? There's a bucket of some kind in a living room. Oh, maybe it's clean. His carpet is clean. He's gonna end up cutting his lip off. Is that really a neckbeard? I hope you guys were seeing that. I can't even tell if you were or not. It doesn't look like you are. Did you guys still not see it? I don't understand. What the heck? I don't understand why I didn't share it. Let me do this. I don't know why it's not sharing it. Okay, it's not letting me do it for some reason. I don't know why. Aw, my aunt has a neck beard. Aw. All right, so it's some. I don't know why that did that, but anyways, this says say a tearful goodbye to my Rainbow Dash Build-A-Bear. Mom threw her out because MLP is causing me to sin. What? Okay. Anyways, the next one says just observed a reasonably beautiful human female spend the whole 65-minute journey on the V-Line train applying human creation known as makeup to transition into yet another reasonably beautiful human female. The subject even had a mini standing mirror contraption in her possession, which she used. This is in addition to a whole makeup kit consisting of multiple colors, brushes, and pens, and, like any respectable human female of the digital modern era, proceeded to take a picture of herself, commonly known as a selfie. It is in all likelihood that she posted the selfie on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, or in fact all, with some ridiculous hashtag forthwith. Truly, the human species is intriguing. Okay, is neckbeard another word of I'm from another planet and I'm pretending like I don't know how to interact with humans? Oh my god. Next one's just another quote, and it's like a neckbeard leaning against a wall. I only address women by my lady. Just neckbeard things. Oh my gosh, we should have a tweet or a hashtag that's just neckbeard things. I'm gonna put that on Instagram. Hashtag my lady. Oh no, this is like a 12-year-old neckbeard. And it's a guy in his bathroom, but he's got to be 12, most. And he says, a real man always treats a lady with the utmost respect and dignity, dress nices, and punches those who hit women. Someone says, message me. Whoa, is that a washer around your neck, bro? Respect. Cute. Epic jewelry, me, bro. Okay, I'm lost. I feel like I've stumbled onto alien life. Last YouTube done with the fine screen share abilities, milady. Milady. Well, next time I do a live stream, I'm gonna put that in the title. Squirrels neck beard squirrels unite. I wonder if I could make a squirrel with a neck beard. That would be awesome. Oh my god. This next one says, I use religion as a litmus test for morons. Seriously, it is so painfully obvious that there is no God and that religion is made to control people, and all roads of life inevitably lead to this conclusion if followed far enough. I hope religion stays around another 100 years so I can easily identify all the idiots who haven't been folded out of the gene pool yet. I mean, the picture of the guy that's quoting it, I really hope that he's not the one that said that, because that takes an incredible amount of balls to come out of your mouth, sir. Ooh. Just trust me that all the pictures of these are just cringeworthy. Yeah. Put that on a t-shirt. My lady. Squirrely neckbeard is here for your pleasure, my lady. This next guy. Oh boy. Yesterday I saw a gorgeous woman at the mall, and I had to turn my head. It was only a moment later that I realized she was in a wheelchair. That's the difference between me and the average swag bros. They would have dismissed her right away because of her disability. Aw, your disability is making assumptions about people. Roasted! Oh my god. Someone asked a question on the ask thing. Let's see if it's mean. I don't even know if it's actually a question. I don't know how to use this app yet. Supposedly someone asked a question. No one asked a question. It just asks you questions. That's so stupid. I thought you could have like a hilarious Q&A session with that. So, because you know how ballsy people are when people don't know who they are and they're saying something to you. But I guess I already get that in the comment section, so we're good. Anyways, next one. I laugh when I hear black people talking about their oppression. This guy says, not me. This guy says this. This white guy with a beanie on and a neck beard. When gay people talk about homophobia, I laugh straight into their faces. When feminists talk about sexism, I bust a gut laughing. When I hear transgender people talking about their discrimination, I cry tears of hilarity in their stupid faces. Until you are an atheist, you have no right to talk about oppression, so shut the fuck up. Wow. He must get his ass beat daily. He must work from home because he would get his ass beat daily. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. I got my first creeper on YouTube yesterday. Woo! That's how you know you made it. Have you ever seen a squirrel run on the power lines? Yeah, we have a power line that goes from our house to the pole. And I mean, and it like, yeah. Yep. We have.
Seen one bite it,
Yep.
get electrocuted, made a loud screech, shot about 20 feet in the air, and landed in the ditch dead.
I don't know if you guys could hear him, but he said he saw one bite the line, shoot, make a loud ee, and then shot 20 feet in the air. At my dad's house, there's like from one area of the yard, and there was a squirrel that bit the power line, executed itself, but then never fell, and it was years stuck to the power line. It was just stuck there forever. These guys write nice poetry. A squirrel with a neckbeard and a fedora, milady. Yes. Yes. God, that's awesome. All right, this next one is a picture of a guy staring at the camera in his fedora and glasses and his fancy scarf. I entered the friend zone, but all I found was enemies. Were you looking in the mirror? I think so. Sabotaging yourself, my good man. This next one says, I'm a free thinker. I'm not an individual. Or I am an individual. Psh, clearly, you're not an individual because I've seen the same person 50 times now. Therefore, I do not believe in silly, archaic doctrines or follow established religion like the mindless sheep you all are. I'm an intellectually superior. God, I would love for people to just come out and say that. There was a guy, I'll have to find it and we can talk about it next time, but there was a guy on Twitter that literally tried to do period math, stating that women shouldn't bitch about how much feminine products cost. And I imagine he was a neckbeard. That's why I'm even tying it in here. He was doing the math of how much blood a woman would lose per period per year and how much it would cost. And he got trolled so hard for assuming that he knew anything about periods. It was great. I just assumed he was a neckbeard. Yeah, he better get a box of pads for the bleeding he's going to take, for the beating he's going to take, and the bleeding he's going to be having after that. Anyways, this guy says, found this guy making sexist remarks on Facebook regarding miladies' rights. Somebody said that about him. So I developed a I don't give a fuck who you are attitude over the years. I am 100% sure that I can beat 299 out of 300 guys I pass on the street. Maybe one would pose a threat. The fact that I know and honestly believe this gives me confidence and makes me powerful. And trust me when I tell you, other people feel that when around you. Do you feel the same when you're around some shitty, lanket bitch? Or when you're next to someone who is visibly strong, radiates confidence, and could break your neck if he choose to? Confidence is something visible and feelable. Feelable. You just should have wrote feasible intellectual being here. Why do you think women go for certain guys like me? Um, I do not believe that to be true. Moving Bibles to the fiction section. They all have fedoras on. Every single one of them has a fedora on. Are these drunk stories? No, these are still the neckbeards. We haven't even gotten to the drunk stories yet. But I figured this would be a good phase into that. Yeah, yeah, this one says, my self summary, of course, guy in fedora. I perceive myself as an intellectual and a gentleman. Whilst I am no old fashioned individual, I am very astute with today's technological appliances. I believe in proper dress and conduct and treat on a typical Friday night. I am younger, sipping wine and listening to classic music. I prefer my own company to the company of ignorance. The most private thing I'm willing to admit, I am still a virgin by cause of unfortunatencies. Didn't even spell that right. I'm really good at many say I have a way with words. I have, you could say, won arguments over impossibly complex subjects, such as he spelt complex though, such as religion and civil rights over the internet. This may not sound impressive, but the internet can be a ruthless pit for those unaware of its nuances. Okay. Oh. Dun dun dun. Are we done with neckbeards? You want me to go to drug stories now? I don't care either way. I'm here to entertain you. Dance, girl, dance! No, with my verbal skills. I'm going to wait for a response from anyone. Incel? Cringe. You guys want more neckbeard or drunk? Neckbeard's about halfway through anyway. Drunk, 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 drunk. Okay. And we're going to the drunk stories. Hallelujah. Amen. I'm sure there's going to be some in here. All right. So I got on stage at a T-Pain concert and drunkenly twerked in a leopard print skirt. Mid twerk, I realized my AMF drinks weren't sitting right in my stomach. I started to spin and grab onto whoever was nearest and spewed a rancid blue geyser of vomit onto T-Pain's security team and the front row. They picked me up and carried me off stage, and I screamed, "Let me buy you a drink!" at the top of my lungs. I accidentally kicked a girl covered in my blue vomit in the chin on my way out. My friends, can't hear me.
That's probably better than a concert.
My friends locked me in the back seat while I was covered in animal printed blue shame and went back to the rest of the concert. That reminds me of that. What was that? Blades of Glory. And he's like, "You smell like urine." He's like, "A lot." Oh my god, that first one was golden. I don't know how the rest of them are gonna be, but that was funny. Back from demonic. Yeah, I know. I couldn't breathe. Ah, I want to buy a fedora. I want to buy a fedora and just pretend like I have hairs on my neck while full face makeup. And every man I pass, I'm gonna say, "Sorry, milady." I want to figure out how to secretly record that. That would be fantastic. Okay. Sorry, I got so distracted. I was reading the. All right. This one says recently, this is number 2. Recently, my boyfriend and I walked home very intoxicated, and a skunk graced its presence beside me. Being the stupid person that I am, I ran with my arms flailing and made elephant sounds, and this obviously alerted the skunk into spray mode, and my poor boyfriend got sprayed before he could comprehend the whole situation. And he had to he had to take 3 days off. I can't breathe.
My lady just pissed her pants.
Oh my god. I had to take 3 her boyfriend had to take 3 days off of work because of the smell. I can't breathe. That was too funny. I didn't think it was going to be that funny to the end. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? I can't come into work again. It still smells like a skunk. Tom, we need you to go home again. Everyone's eyes are watering and they can't breathe. These are golden. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh no, these are hilarious. Man, I needed these laughs. Anyways, this is short and sweet. I bought $150 worth of novelty necklaces at a gift shop in the Las Vegas Strip. Oh my god. I'm always afraid, like, if I go to Vegas, it's gonna be like The Hangover. Like, one of us is gonna be lost and we're not gonna find you for 3 days. You'll be totally sober. This next one says, at my 22nd birthday party, I sat in the middle of a ring of 10 people, curled around a metal wash tub someone magically found. I cried because I was too drunk to remember how to vomit. My friend had the brilliant idea that, in order to vomit, I would need to eat. He went and got me a loaf of bread, and I cried harder because I couldn't remember how to eat either. He tried to reteach me how to eat by asking, "Do you know the movie The Social Network? Well, bread here wants to make you feel better." And then one might say that bread wants to be your friend, so you have to add bread to your social network. He put 2 slices of bread in my hand with a solemn look. I nodded, wadded the 2 slices of bread into a ball in my fist, and shoved the entire thing into my face. And 30 seconds later, I threw this bread wad back into the wash tub, and everyone in the circle cheered and clapped for me. 2 other friends tried to get me to go home with them because it was the most beautiful puking they'd ever seen. Who would ever say that? Did she puke glitter? Oh my goodness. I don't need to drink to have a good time. Just in case you didn't know that. This next one says, on New Year's Day, I woke up on a strange couch with no panties and a condom wrapper next to me. I was holding a puppy with the temporary tattoo of a giraffe on my boob. Oh my god, I can't breathe. I literally can't breathe. These are too funny. These are way funnier than I thought they were going to be, because usually when we find stories, they suck. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, this one says I went to Las Vegas for my friend's 21st birthday and drank 3/4 of a bottle of vodka before leaving the room. Oh no, this is going to be good. I had to take off my 6-inch heels while walking from the Luxor to the Bellagio, and I fell in the bushes. I can't even get through these. Are too funny. And I fell into the bushes outside of the Bellagio, trying to put them back on. I don't even know if they can understand me. I'm laughing too hard. Put them. I fell into the bushes outside of the Bellagio, trying to put my heels back on, and I successfully flashed 25. I successfully flashed 25 people who were walking by at the time. I then walked into the bank and was immediately kicked out because I wouldn't put my shoes back on. I needed to use the restroom. And once I got in there, a woman proceeded to stick her finger through the ripped hole in the back of my very tight dress. I got a taxi back to the Luxor, puked twice in the lobby, and then fell asleep in the bathtub of her room. Yeah, maybe don't drink so much before you even go to French toast. Oh my gosh, they're just short and hilarious. What's that? Oh, we went to the Tigers game one time. One of the times we went to Tigers game, and we're sitting by the steps, so you see everybody going up and down like to their seats the next level down. This guy's wearing a pair of flip flops, and literally he's going down the stairs, and they both just like fall apart while he's going down the stairs. And he just looked at his flip flops like, oh no, like that. When he was super drunk, he just picked him up and then kept going down the stairs, which meant when the game was over, he had to walk through downtown Detroit in bare feet. And I don't know if you know anything about Detroit, but that's not what you want to do. That's not what you want to happen, like, ever. Hello, tall guy. We're laughing our asses off here at Drunken Stories. We start out with leprechaun stories that sucked. Then we went to neckbeards that phased into funny, and now we're in the hilarious. So, welcome to I'm laughing so hard I can't breathe, and I'm sorry when you can't understand me. I'll just repeat myself. Whew. One time, one of my friends at a convention decided it would be fun to get an "I'm tying the knot, buy me a shot" headband and pretend it was her bachelorette party. So we ended up trading around, and somehow I was the last person to get it when I was already well lit. I'm a pretty fantastic liar when I'm drunk, and I started telling anyone who would listen about how I met my fake fiance 7 years ago and how I never thought I'd get married so young. I even started giving a girl who was in a relationship with the same length as my pretend relationship advice. I also got in a heated argument with someone who said I needed to have more sexual experiences in my life. And I responded that I was perfectly happy with my fake fiance and we had a great sex life. And I ended up drinking 3 shots and blacked out somewhere for a while. It wasn't that funny, but that's probably at the time it was hilarious to everyone around him when they were talking about it the next day. Oh no, I gotta take a break before I read the next one. I can already tell it's gonna be funny. Oh, oh God. This one says, my best friend and I dressed up as SpongeBob and Patrick one year for Halloween. And we ran around singing all night the fun song and tried to catch people in our jellyfish nets. And then when we climbed fences taller than we were to get into an empty field to continue our jellyfish extravaganzas. And if you've never watched SpongeBob, you know the FUN song. F is for friends who do things together. U is for ukulele. And what's N? N is for anything and anytime at all down here in the deep blue sea. And then Plankton tries to sing it. And he goes, F is for fire that burns down the whole town.
U is for uranium.
Bombs. Aw, my dog stored over there. Let's see. This next one here. I hope you guys are enjoying this because I'm having a good time reading it to you. Okay. So my friend and I met some British dudes at a bar one night, and they invited us back to the luxury yacht they worked on. We went to the Coast Guard station, the only place big enough to dock this ginormous boat, and boarded with complete strangers. The owners of the boat stayed in hotels in the cities they docked in, so it was only staff on board. They fired up the hot tub and brought out bottles of champagne with glasses, and after drinking and making out a little, we wanted to see the boat. My friend and I stumbled down a spiral staircase while carrying gold rimmed champagne glasses. My friend's glass fell, sliced her thumb open. Yes, we willingly got on a boat with complete strangers and might have been murdered, but I get to say I drank champagne on a $40 million yacht. Okay, that wasn't even funny. Braggy Braggerson. You suck. Just kidding. And as for no survivors, yes, thank you. Forgot about that part. Oh, God. So on New Year's Eve, I showed up with a bottle of UV vodka and proceeded to drink half of it on a dare. Later at my friend's house, her boyfriend started to throw toys at me. I picked up this plastic Hulk toy, threw it at his head, but he dodged it, and I shattered his balcony window. Oh, no. Oh, we had this friend. I'll leave his name out. But we stopped inviting him to parties because he would literally we'd all be like at the beginning of a party. He'd be a couple drinks, like 30 to 45 minutes into this party that would be like seemingly 5 hours long. Within the first 30 or 45 minutes of this party, he would get blackout drunk and pass out, first puking all over something and then pass out. The first time it happened at my friend's house, and he went to the sliding glass door to go puke out of it, but he only opened the glass part and didn't open the screen. So he puked all over the thing, and then he just shut the glass door. There was puke embedded in the netting of the thing. And then the next time he was at our house, and he passed out on the bathroom floor, and my friend's little brother was there because she was babysitting him. And we're like, "Where is he at?" And he went in there because he saw him laying on the floor in the bathroom. And my friend's little brother was pouring water on him for so long that there was a half an inch of water on the entire bathroom floor. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I don't know why did I think that oh no. Well, come here and laugh with us and take your mind off it. We all know how that's like to lose a pet or worry about a pet. So hope she gets better soon. But let's laugh together and you'll feel better in no time. Let's distract you from it. How about that? So let's see. One night in January, I was at a party standing outside, and the guy I was crushing on said hi to me on his way inside the house. I was so excited that I decided to jump up and down. Too bad the ground was all icy because I ended up slipping and hitting my tailbone right on the corner of the curb. It was one of those falls where no one laughs and immediately asks if you're okay. I immediately went into the fetal position. Obviously, my friends wanted to take me home, but I didn't want to leave the party without my cute crush. So, I decided to stick an ice cold beer up my upper butt crack area to numb the pain and continued to just enjoy the party. Oh my god, that sounds terrible. I just like felt that pain. I don't know if you guys did or not, but that sounds like I don't even think you can. Oh, oh. My now husband and I were at a Brad Paisley concert. We were both really drunk. During the concert, he decided to get down on one knee and ask me to marry him. I said yes, but I knew it wasn't real because he didn't have a ring. We then decided to call everyone in our contacts to let them know we'd get married on Thanksgiving, which was 2 months after the concert. The next morning, we ran into one of our friends we went to the concert with. She congratulated us. We asked her for what? She responded, "You don't remember getting engaged last night and calling everyone to let them know you're getting married on Thanksgiving?" Nope, completely slipped our minds. We had to do an official Facebook update to let everyone know that if they got a call from us last night to please disregard the marriage proposal. And a few days later, the official proposal and marriage happened. But yeah, okay, that's funny. Last night, I drank a bottle of wine with my fiance while watching Shark Week. For some magical reason, I thought it'd be funny to stand up, run around the apartment, and pretend to be a pirate. I then retreated to the bedroom where I stood in front of the mirror and started peeing all down my leg and all over the carpet. I ran to the bathroom to clean myself up, grabbed the carpet cleaner, and when my fiance asked what happened, what I spilled, I told him not to worry about it. Like the fact that you had the state of mind to clean it up is what I find amazing. Oh yeah. Tailbone injuries are the worst. All right, this is 15 drunk horror stories that'll make you laugh and cringe. So this one is called the Thong Debacle. It was my 22nd birthday, and my friends and I were at a martini bar. I was wearing this cute little black dress and insanely high heels, and I was really drunk. We were on the dance floor getting down when I lost my balance and fell. Tried to get up but couldn't because somehow the heel of my shoe got caught in the crotch of my thong. So there I was, rolling around like a turtle on its back, trying to untangle my heel and not flash my goods to the entire dance floor. But I rallied like a champ and took a tequila shot to forget my troubles. Oh my god, that sounds like something that would happen to me. Except for I don't wear thongs, so it would just be nudie patootie. Not too late. Well, and a half, so I don't know. Probably, but we're not done yet. And I can always go back and listen. Probably about half an hour in. Uh, um. Oh, number two. Um, I just had moved to a new city, got really wasted at a club, but in my attempt to stumble home, I realized I couldn't remember my address, just the neighborhood. I ended up hailing a garbage truck, and he took me to a random spot on the street, and I somehow got home safely. Thank you, friendly garbage man. Oh my gosh. This tipsy Spanish tragedy. So one night while living abroad in Granada, Spain, my friends and I drank lots of cheap wine and went to park on a hill. I noticed there was a drop down garden on the wall of the park. So, in my drunken brilliance, I decided to jump off the wall into the garden. Except it wasn't a regular garden, it was a rock garden filled with cactus. And to make things worse, my foot got lodged in the corner of the wall and I passed out from blood loss. My toes were cut down to the bones. But luckily, I survived. That sounds terrible. Ugh. Oh, wow. Did you guys hear my husband? He said, I wonder if she called a tow truck. Wow. Dad jokes. I have hip dystrophy and extreme back pain. Um, keep it moving. Don't stay still because it'll get worse. And there's a couple of this. I know this is a squirrel, but there's a couple of really good physical therapists on YouTube that give you tons of great free advice and small, minor things to do that will totally help with that. Now, back to the drunken horror stories. Number 4, Snapchat disaster. Oh no. My friend took me home from a party because I was ridiculously drunk, and when I got back, I found myself trying and failing to get into my pajamas. I ended up taking a Snapchat video of myself totally naked, talking gibberish, and falling off the loft bed. I woke up to find that I had sent the video to my entire friends list, including my mother. This one says, I, a female with an amazing aim, once peed into a Kool-Aid burst bottle at a party in front of everyone. Low key, still proud of it. How would you even do that? How would anyone pee in that? You know those squirt bottles, those clear-ish, like squishy Kool-Aid juice bottles? Has the smallest hole ever. I don't know anyone who could pee in that. Kudos. I salute you, lady. I don't even like to go peeing outside in the woods because I know it's going to go all down my leg and get all over my pants. That's annoying. Fell on a tailbone, I meant to say earlier. Yeah, I knew what you meant. Squirrel, 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 squirrel. I think it's only truly a squirrel when I don't notice I'm doing it, which is often. So I had just joined a 24-hour gym a few days before going to a friend's party when I remember having a couple of drinks and then nothing. When I arrived at the gym the morning after the party, the people at the front desk were giggling. So, from what I can carefully piece together, the gym attendants had reviewed the security tapes and saw my drunk, sopping wet body from running barefoot on a treadmill for 40 minutes until I threw up and left. And apparently, I had jumped the fence at the party and swam in the neighbor's pool before deciding at 3 a.m. that it was a good idea to go for a run. And I still don't know how I even got to the gym. Oh, yeah. What is that channel that we watched? The most famous physical therapists on the internet. They make fun of themselves, by the way. But what is it called, Michael? You remember what it's called?
I'll look it right up.
My husband's gonna look it up for you. Okay. All right. Let's come back to the drunken horror stories. Hi, Trix. I started drinking in Hong Kong, but woke up in Macau. How normal is that? I don't know. I've never heard anyone say it, so probably not pretty normal. This next one says the trashed stunt. So I drank almost a pint of whiskey at a house party and then stripped down naked and grabbed my mountain unicycle, which was rated to take the impact from a drop of 10 feet with a 200-pound person riding. And I proceeded to climb onto my garage roof, mount my unicycle fully naked, adjust my bits for safety, and ride for the edge. And somehow I landed without hurting myself. Still the highest drop I have successfully landed on my unicycle. Why would anyone jump on a unicycle? What? I don't even know anyone sober that can ride one of those. Yes.
Physical therapy video of Bob and Brad.
Bob and Brad. That's this their channel is called Bob and Brad, isn't it?
No, it's called physical therapy. Bob and Brad.
Physical therapy video.
Yeah,
That's what their channel name is?
yeah.
Physical therapy video? No, the little circle thing. What is it called?
Physical therapy video. Says.
Okay. Anyways, they've got a little dorky song at the beginning of Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet. Toot toot toot. That's how it goes. It's funny. Anyway, this one says this big gay rugby tournament. So as a baby gay, I don't understand what this means. As a baby gay after a rugby tournament, I got so outrageously drunk that I started demanding someone bring me all the lesbians so I could have my pick of the lot. Instead, one of my lesbian teammates brought me dinosaur chicken nuggets and fed me by hand. Close enough. That's crazy. I took a bath for an hour and a half in my shower that doesn't have a tub. Then I decided to do my makeup, but I wasn't conscious enough to follow through, so I woke up to 4 inches of water flooding my bathroom and all of my makeup destroyed. Wow. We're on number 11 of 15, by the way. Gay. But I mean, that's where they were making fun of themselves, so it's, I don't know, not to offend anyone that just is tuning in, but that was someone making fun of themselves. Anyway, after taking God knows how many tequila shots at a shitty motorcycle bar, I proposed to my boyfriend. He pretty much admitted he had been thinking about marriage too. We didn't really talk about it again until he soberly proposed a couple months later. He knew we had both been thinking about it since the first proposal and that we were definitely ready. Now we're getting ready next month and I couldn't be happier. Okay, that doesn't belong anywhere in this list. Boo. Boo. Next one. My boyfriend and his flatmate live in the same apartment building as I do. They gave me a key to their apartment. One Thursday night, they both went to a job fair, so I decided to go into their apartment and bake cupcakes for them as a surprise. While baking, I found a bottle of red wine and started drinking. Then I put on Lord's album Melodrama, and by the time the boys got home, I had downed the entire bottle. I was absolutely smashed, ugly crying to liability with my pants off, red wine all over their living room, and to make matters worse, I had also eaten half the cupcakes. Oh, anyways, that's how I say that too. Anyways, from Nacho Libre. Anyways, that's how I said that. Anyway, alcohol, my dear. I was going out for a friend's birthday at a strip club. I saw two tall, muscular guys at the bar, and I made my move. I decided it'd be fun to give one of them a hand job in a parking lot of a strip club. Then I abruptly stopped, went back inside, flirted with the other guy while the first sat beside us, sulking. The next thing I remembered, I was at a Waffle House with my friends and the two guys. They even paid for our meals. So I gave the trashiest hand job known to man, but at least I got free waffles and grits out of it. Jesus Christ. Chicken and waffles. I spoiler, I love chicken and waffles if you haven't had it. The combination is heavenly.
You like chicken waffles, my lady?
I like chicken and waffles, mister. Shit. My boyfriend and I were at a club talking to a group of people, and we were all exchanging numbers. I assumed we had just made a new group of friends, but apparently I was way drunker than I thought. The next day, I got a text from a number I didn't recognize saying that it was great to meet me and that this person was really excited to be introduced to the lifestyle. Turns out I was telling everyone in the club that night that we were swingers. Ah, nice. He's funny. Hope she washed her hands. I think this is the last one on this one. There's more drunken stories though. Of this list, this is the last one. So I live in New Orleans. New Orleans, wow. And my friends and I were drinking on a bridge that crosses a bayou, which for those who don't know is pretty disgusting brown swampy water. But the bayou is the bayou. Then everyone dared each other to jump in. No, you don't jump in the bayou. There's crocodiles in there. Why would you jump in the bayou? People are stupid. Obviously, no one wanted to do it except me because I was smashed, so I jumped. Then splash right into the awful brown, murky New Orleans bayou. I got out and my feet were completely cut and scraped from the countless broken bottles at the bottom. And I spent the rest of the night swimming in the bayou and thankfully didn't get a foot infection or eaten by a crocodile or covered in leeches. Yikes, you really tempted fate there. Born on the bayou. Born on the bayou. Hmm. Here's a list of 10 people that tell us the worst drunk thing, or the worst things that the drunk them did. I used to be a beautiful drinker. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's see. Hannah from East Ham says, my boyfriend used to have a 9-foot boa constrictor, and I thought it would be hilarious at a party we were hosting to strip down to my bra and knickers, get the snake out, wrap it around my shoulders, and do Britney's I'm a Slave for You. I fell over drunk, and the snake bit my friend, and almost everyone ran away screaming. Unless you got buns, son. Oh my God. At uni, I was dating a lecturer who was leaving to go to the US to work on an FBI facial recognition project. As a gift, he'd been bought a child's police toy pack, including a helmet, truncheon, handcuffs. I got handcuffed to him and got progressively drunk. And I couldn't take him into the toilet with me, so I had to put my head down and I was sick all over his leg. Oh, that's not even that bad. Please. Psh, that's mild on this list. This next one says, I never really got sick from alcohol, so I don't really know what happened here, but I was drunk on a crowded tube and knew I was going to throw up very soon. I was willing the train to stop at a station. Thought I could run up the stairs out of the station and be sick in an alleyway or something, but the train stood between stations for ages and I was feeling worse and worse, and it finally stopped at Charing Cross. I was standing by the door with my arms in the air holding onto the rail, telling myself not to throw up. The doors opened like theater curtains revealing the stage. The platform was full of people jostling to get on the train, and I projectile vomited over all of them. All of them. And the platform. It rained down. I was so horrified. I ran through the crowd, up the stairs, and cowered like against the wall like a child, just hoping it would all go away. Why would you cower? Keep going. Britney Spears. These are hilarious. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I don't like I'm not in that stage of my life anymore. Just those next day of recovering. Just, what did I say last night? What did I do last night? Oh no. Anyways, this next one says I gave a girlfriend a piggyback when we were all steaming and my friend started pushing me down a slope. Eventually I fell over and she flew over my shoulder and chipped a tooth. I also once saw a plate glass window propped upside a building at night and put my foot through it. Once drank a half a bottle of tequila, passed out on a sofa, woke up naked on the floor. I never sleep naked. To a blurry, mustachioed Argentinian man standing over me in a vest and piss-stained pants with no real memories. What? The last one of that face. That escalated quickly. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Let me get rid of that one there. Okay. Calling in sick to work while drunk at Pride, saying I had fallen off a bench and twisted my ankle. 2 days later, a photo of me appears in a magazine, me topless at a nightclub during Pride, getting 2 of my girlfriends to distract an entire bar by dancing on the bar top so I could steal a painting like we all liked for our front room. Then my then housemate and I walking around Eastbourne at 4 a.m. with a shopping trolley stealing pot plants and deck chairs for our flat, then getting caught by the police and being told to put everything back where we found it. The town CCTV had followed our every move, leaving a voicemail on my ex's phone singing Without You from Ren and telling him I wrote it for him. Here's a little ditty I wrote in the next half an hour. That's really funny. Hello, Paul. Yeah. Oh, I'm just having like, ooh, so glad they didn't have like streaming video when I was in that phase. Like if they did, it was like the early stages of, yeah, it would have been that grainy footage where, ooh, you can't really make out the face. It's so grainy. Put it all back. Adios, Onyx. We're almost done here anyway. Nicked a tips jar from a bar and jumped on a bus as the getaway. Dawn, a runner from a restaurant. Then the runner from a few things, actually. Okay. This next one says, I have a friend, genuinely it's not me, who shit his pants on a night out with another friend while they were at college. 16 years old, out drinking Guinness. He didn't tell anyone, got home to his mate's house as he was staying there, and locked himself in the bathroom pretending to be sick, but he was actually trying to clean it up. He said he hid his soiled pants in the cistern as he couldn't think of anywhere else and he never went back to collect them. Our mutual friend has never mentioned that at some point his family must have discovered their cistern was full of someone's dirty pants. This next one says, sadly with me, it's more of when I was stoned. Does that count? Like the time I got in a stranger's car in Dublin, thought it was a cab. That was a stoned special. Drunk, I ended up in a gutter in Ladbroke Grove in a white dress, rouged vintage number on my 23rd birthday. I had to be carried home. My friend was so drunk he tried to snog his uncle. Ew. Gross. This next one says, Jesus Christ, how long have you got? Guess you should tell this story about spending 2 nights in Dubai jail for being drunk and smashing up a police van. Oh, yikes. This next one says, I was a bridesmaid at my cousin's wedding and slept with the husband of the maid of honor. He was an army officer. Another classic was leaving the bedroom of a guy I had a one night stand with, naked, to go for a wee. Couldn't find the bathroom, so I peed in a sink in a spare bedroom. I then walked in on his mate having a wink before I finally got back to his room, but still never found that bathroom. Oh. Not wah wah. Drunks of Reddit. There's like a whole thread of drunks of Reddit. This one says, I was 20, I was at a house party drinking, and the last thing I remember was playing a drinking game. I came to in handcuffs on the side of the road. I looked up and asked the cop where my brand new car was. He motioned toward the road and it was completely totaled, had 3,000 miles on it. I apparently rear-ended another SUV that was stopped at a light. The cop said I would be dead if I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. I spent 2 weeks in jail for blowing a .27. I could have killed someone. Not good. Oh, these aren't funny at all. This is scary. I wasn't blackout status yet, but I was about one shot away and met some guys on the street after bar hopping, looking for my friends. They offered to smoke me out across the street at their hotel room. Nice hotel that I'm very familiar with, so I went with it. Didn't realize it was a bad idea until all 4 of us were sitting in the bathtub smoking a J, and I was wasted wondering what the heck I was doing. Went home, was fine, but later on realized that it could have been a very bad situation with 1 girl and 4 dudes that I didn't even know from another city. Ooh, that's putting a damper on my light and lively attitude. So, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I really hope if you guys like to make fun of the Kardashians, to go check out their Kardashians and the physical therapy that's free. We're all pals. There's some dudes in here, you know. We're all the Squirrel Squad. Males and females. Penises and vaginas belong to the Squirrel Squad. Penises and vaginas unite. Or do what you want. I don't know. Squirrel Squad. Milady, Monsieur. How do you dress the sir? Monsieur,
Miss,
Miss, Monsieur. All right. So we're gonna wrap it up, and what Saturdays is gonna be. I know I started Urban Legends. I did Michigan, and I'm thinking of doing some other ones, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure what I've got in mind, but I'll see where the crazy train takes me. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Um, Saturday at 8 p.m. will be the video for Saturday. And yeah, I had a good time. I had a good time. Good time. Great laughs. Yeah. All right. So on the note, I'm going to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you Saturday. And on that note, like we always say goodbye here, not with sarcasm, but with love in our hearts. And we say it like this: bye, 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 bye.